baby. Live.
Oh, yeah, we in this thing. What up and what's happening to everybody that's checking us out right now here on the YouTube? Y'all already know who it is. It is the professional wrestling machine, the super destroyer, and most importantly, the first ever Texarkana wrestling champion, Bigg Stan Harris. And as you can see, I did not come alone, baby. That's right. We've got my main man, my main ace from the YouTube, the mangler and the strangler from the 3 Live stream, the one and the only Pack Dog, baby. And
What's
tonight,
up?
we're going to be hitting you up with the first ever world premiere for YouTube of Wrestlechat Wednesday. So sit back and enjoy. Everybody that's going to be hitting us up in the chats, don't worry. We're going to get to everybody at the end of the night. We're going to go ahead and run through the program, and then after everything else is taken care of with our special guest, we're going to make sure that we acknowledge everybody's questions and interactions in the chat. So hang on with us. All right. Now, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to my main man once again, Pack Dog from the 3 Live stream, baby.
What's up, Bigg Stan? Professional wrestling, sports entertainment, and Southwest pro wrestling enthusiasts. It's time to bang one out. Boom. Come on, y'all. This is Wrestlechat Wednesday. Let's get them shits up. Come on, guys. Wrestlechat Wednesday.
Baby. This is the first one. Oh, well, hold on a minute. I know what I can do. I know what I can do in order to make this thing official, baby. This right here is what's gonna wake everybody up right here.
And with that being said,
baby, now we are
popping,
kicking it off. Now it's going.
I'm stopping and popping, bro.
What I'm talking about. Yeah. All right. Well, without any further ado, I want to make sure that I welcome everyone to the first ever Wrestlechat Wednesday here on BSH TV. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and get into some Southwest Pro Wrestling updates. That's right. There's no better way to kick off a Wrestlechat than to let you know that on June 3rd in Texarkana, Texas at the Red Bone Magic Brewery, Southwest Pro Wrestling is coming back at you with the showdown at the brewery. And I'm here to tell you right here and right now, first and foremost, that the most coveted prize of them all, the Texarkana Wrestling Championship, the first ever Texarkana Wrestling Championship is on the line, and there has already been an open challenge that was put out there last week. After I left the Red Bone Magic Brewery, I let it be known to every single member of the SPW roster that the drip will be on the line for an open challenge for anybody that feels like they've got the guts to step up and face the professional wrestling machine and the super destroyer on a night that will be as unforgettable as any that Southwest Pro Wrestling has ever done. So with that said, be sure and get your tickets, because it will be a night of professional wrestling action that you will not want to miss. Yeah.
I think, Bigg Stan, I think a lot of us, a lot of people that enjoy you and are a fan of you, love that you're a fighting champion.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, I feel like if you're going to be the champion, the best thing that you can do is always make sure that you take on any and all challengers. You know, other than that, I feel like you're not the champion. You're the champion. You know what I mean? And one thing about Bigg Stan, I did not win the first ever Texarkana Wrestling Championship in order to just sit on it and let it collect dust. I'm all about that action, baby. And on June 3rd at the Red Bone Magic Brewery, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
All right, so we ready to get into this, sir?
I'm ready when you're ready.
All right, man, let's go ahead. So, Bigg Stan, before we go further and bring in our very special guest, I'd like to get your thoughts on a few hot topics that are running throughout the world of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. Starting with Cody Rhodes returning to WWE. His comments regarding Triple H, and do you feel that Cody's WWE return will lead to his brother Dustin going back to the company as well?
First off, man, I thought that was actually a good business move for Cody, given everything that was going on that I was hearing, throughout the dirt sheets and what have you. Everything that was going on with him and his relationship with Tony Khan over at AEW. I thought that it was actually a good business move on his part and WWE's part to bring him back and keep things fresh and keep things popping on a level of excitement that it brought, for the wrestling fans overall. Because to me, that's what it's all about, man. Keeping everything exciting for the people that watch and support what we do. And I definitely was all for that. As far as his comments regarding Triple H, I'm not sure if there is actually going to be a match that's going to come out of this, but Cody did express how he was legit upset at Triple H at one point, with the whole introduction to AEW and him taking a sledgehammer to the throne on their premiere edition of Dynamite, if we can recall that. But other than that, things have gotten patched up between Cody and Triple H quite naturally. But from what I'm gathering, Cody wants to try to have a match with Triple H at some point. And again, given Triple H's medical status or health status as of right now, I don't know if that's possible. But then again, this is wrestling. We never know. We can never say never. So let's just hope for the best outcome in regards to a possible Cody Rhodes versus Triple H matchup on down the line.
Well, let me go ahead and kind of bounce off that if I could, sir.
I forgot to mention about Dustin. Sorry about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Do I feel as if Dustin will Dustin follow up on Cody's latest endeavors with WWE? I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because at this point, you can look at it either way. Dustin could actually remain in AEW if things are comfortable for him. He could remain in AEW and possibly some type of opportunity could present itself on a positive note for Dustin. But then again, WWE is pretty much considered home for both Cody and Dustin. And of course, Dustin having a longer relationship with WWE. So, like I said, it's just in the air, man. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on how those things right there transpire between Dustin, AEW, and WWE.
Well, if I could, I'd like to dissect maybe the first part of the question or the topic. Cody Rhodes going to WWE. I thought he was phenomenal at AEW. I really thought he was a huge part of the show. Now they got a lot of amazing talent over there from top to bottom. The show is stacked. And it's good to have competition in anything you're doing. It brings out the best in what you do. So, like I was talking to you before, I just hope that they put him in the light that he needs because he really has the skills and what it takes to get to the top and stay at the top in whatever division or company he's working for.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then we got to keep that in mind. And he's Dusty Rhodes' son, along with Dustin. They're the second generation Rhodes boys. So sky's the limit, man. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Dustin years ago at a WWE event, man, and I'm here to tell you, he is genuinely one of the best people I've ever met throughout my time of being a wrestling fan, just being able to meet different performers and everything. So, again, man, Cody, the way that it's looking right now, WWE seems to be giving him that appropriate type of push, to go further up in the card and possibly challenge for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship here in the near future.
Yeah, I think it would only strengthen them. But another thing that I want to dissect the topic was you had mentioned his comments regarding Triple H possibly, wrestling, and I wanted to ask you a question. Seeing
Mm-hmm.
how Stone Cold just did a match at WrestleMania, sometimes I wonder if the older guys, that have put in the work, they've done their things, they've got the titles, I wonder if they see a guy like Stone Cold who put in, you could tell he put in a lot of work to do that match. He didn't just show up for that match. He was fucking on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was in shape. He looked good. It makes you wonder when the other guys see that from that generation, think, you know what? Could I give that a shot too? Maybe I need to get back out there as well. What do you think?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it has to be motivational and inspirational for anybody that's within his range, in his age range, that in his range of experience, so to speak. Because Stone Cold, as we know, man, he battled back from a lot of very excruciating injuries, man, career-ending injuries, and for him to make the comeback after a 19-year hiatus was remarkable within itself. I mean, to spend that much time away from in-ring competition and be able to come back and put on the performance that he did at the stage known as WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all in Dallas, Texas, the biggest crowd that you could actually capacitate in a arena. So, I mean, I think he did an outstanding job, man. There's just not enough good things I could say about his performance and everything leading up to it. And
Yeah, and
other guys, yeah, I see that happening because it's not far fetched. It's happened before, too many times before.
and like him, everybody having beef with whether it's another wrestler or it's another owner or another person who has controlling interest of a company. There's always seems to be some beef. Like you said, Triple H at the beginning of AEW, Cody smashed the throne, a shot fired. There's always beef within people, but eventually it all comes back together. How many times have we seen it all come full circle? A person say they're never going to do this again. They're never going to go back there, but that's just kind of the nature of it. Things do come full circle. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Um, that's just the way the business is, man. It's very intense. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times egos and things like that can get in the way, of what's most important, but that's just the way that business operates. You know what I'm saying? That's the environment of professional wrestling. So anytime people can set their personal differences to the side or set their egos to the side and realize, hey man, let's do what's best for business, let's do what's best for the fans. That's when you get the best outcome of any type of wrestling show and event. In my opinion, is when you always put the fans first and just try to do what's best to keep the fans interested and keep them wanting to come back for more.
Right. It is entertainment at the end of the day. And like you said, egos come into play. You got to have an ego and you got to put yourself out there and you got to believe in yourself 100%. And if that means I got an ego, then I got a fucking ego and it's going to push me on. But yeah, I know what you're saying there.
Right.
The next part, when you're talking about Dustin Rhodes, I think he's in his early, maybe creeping to the mid 50s, and he just had a match the other day and looked phenomenal. I mean, the
Yeah.
guy's in great shape and he's putting in the work. That family lineage is amazing. With like you were talking about earlier, from top to bottom, all three of the guys, man, they are just rock solid. Put on a good show. And there were times when he was in WWE, and I thought, man, I felt like maybe he was restricted back, and I don't really know that for sure, sir. But I feel like with AEW, you can kind of see where he's kind of, man, they just let him go and do his thing a little bit, and it shows.
Yeah, with WWE, man, I'm not 100% sure on how they're booking and strategizing is structured, around
I
the
do
performance
want
and
to.
everything.
Yeah, I do want to say Gold Dust was a favorite of mine. Even though
Yeah,
I'd like to see him get a push more, I'm not saying he got a bad shake because I'm not really in the business, but I like to see that he's getting more of a shot, and always wanted to see that a little bit more when he was over there. You know what I mean? That's basically where I'm
absolutely.
saying.
Yeah. I mean, and because it's really pretty much the same type of format. A lot of times, man, if you're given a gimmick and you can make that gimmick work, that's all the better for the performer. Quite naturally, no better example than the Undertaker, or maybe like a Kamala or George Animal Steel. The list goes on and on, man. Anytime that you can take a gimmick of that magnitude and make it work, make it to where, hey, man, people are taking it seriously, and they are emotionally invested into it, then you've done your job. And quite naturally, Dustin Rhodes, he did his job with Goldust.
I'm trying to think if we're ready for the next topic. Are we ready for the next topic?
I'm ready when you're ready, brother.
All right, let's do it. Kind of hearing a little something about WWE being interested in bringing back FTR, aka the Revival. What are your thoughts, my brother?
Yeah. I find it it's not really surprising, being that they brought back Cody Rhodes. I guess it's still yet to be determined, but I was kind of surprised that they let the Revival go. But in a way, it was good that they. I guess it's always good for somebody with the level of talent that the FTR / the Revival possesses, because they can go anywhere and make it. And so a lot of times, man, if WWE lets the talent go, and they're a really good talent, you can just about bet that you will see them again in WWE at some point. Now, the thing is, with this situation, I'm kind of surprised that they came back around as quickly as they did to approach the Revival / FTR about making a return to the company. But it'll be interesting all together just to see what happens with that situation.
Right. And they a pretty good tag team, and they got appropriate medals within that company. They put in a lot of work, and there's a lot of good matches they did over there. So, almost like I feel like that's kind of their roots. Obviously, they was in other places, starting up, but it didn't surprise me hearing about the news and checking it out with all that.
Right. Yeah, because like I said, FTR, man, this is one of those tag teams that you can definitely count on them putting on a hell of a performance at any and every time that they're gonna be in the ring. So again, it's gonna be interesting to see where that goes. Right now, FTR is currently the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, along as with the Triple A tag team champions. Man, like I said, sky's the limit once again for FTR. I can't wait to see what happens after their current status. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be interesting for sure to see which way the scales tilt forward on.
Right. I feel like there's a lot of moves. There's always a lot of moves happening back and forth, but to me, Bigg Stan, I really enjoy that there's some serious competition between these two companies, man. I think who wins in the end is us. us as fans win with this.
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, I am still a fan 100% of the greatest sport in the world, as I like to consider it as, and which is a known fact. It's the greatest sport in the world, which is professional wrestling, man. And like I said, all these years I've been a fan, and you know, I haven't had a dry moment with it yet. You know, I always find something to be excited about when it comes down to it. So again, the more the merrier when it comes down to all this stuff that's going on with the as they call the forbidden door. You know what I'm saying? Like you start to see all types of things happening now that you wouldn't have expected. So yeah, I just encourage for them to keep on bringing it on like they're doing.
Yeah. When you talk about the forbidden door, I think as time goes on, you have to break down boundaries exactly and push forward to get the best out of what you're going to get. So when you say, when you say that term, I think it's very crucial to putting out the best product that you can.
Absolutely. The Forbidden Door is definitely a great opportunity to present moments in time for wrestling fans, you know, if nothing else. You know, that's the way I see it. Anytime, you know, two entities, two major companies, or two or more major companies can come to a point of agreement and they can put out the type of product that the fans will never forget, and it'll you know, stay near and dear in their hearts. You know, I think that, hey man, again, you know, the more of that we can get, the better. You know, because the opportunities are out there now more than ever for that to happen.
Yes, sir. And it's amazing to see it happening right now. Want to get your take on? We got another topic, but we have a special guest that's coming up. Do you want to start the topic, or do you want to wait till after the topic? Because our next topic, I could really get into and dissect it pretty good. So it's up to you what you'd like, sir.
No, man, yeah, let's go ahead and knock the last topic out,
Okay.
and then we'll bring on the guest right after.
Okay. So next topic, and this is a good one. I think there's a lot to freaking dissect, and I think this may be the future of some of the business right here. And I could be wrong, but that's just what I feel. Danhausen versus Hook and AEW. The possibility of that, bro. We know how big Danhausen is with his social media and the traction he's gaining in the wrestling. And we also got Hook. Son of Taz, the legendary Taz from ECW. He knows what he's doing. He's good in the ring, man. What's your thoughts?
Man, I'm all for it. Danhausen, like you say, man, it has done a tremendous job of getting everybody on board with him. You know, and then this deal that he does, you know, where he does the mysterious curse or whatever, so to speak, man. I'm just like, wow. You know, now I'm starting to see everything come together. You know, because Hook, for some reason, he's not able to be cursed by Danhausen. The curse is not working on Hook, and Danhausen has done everything, you know, that he could think to do. You know, everything in his ability to try to put the curse on Hook, and it's not working. So now Hook has went ahead and responded to him and everything. So yeah, we're going to see where this goes, man. But I think it's going to make for a very exciting program, if nothing else.
Hey, yes, sir. Send Hook, baby. Send Hook. You know what I'm talking
All
about
the way,
right there.
all the way. Well, yeah. 1 second, I'm going to try to contact our guest.
Okay. Also, one of Danhausen's gimmicks, and I'm a fan of Hook. If I'm calling it down the line, it's a hard toss. I like Hook a lot. I think Danhausen brings a lot of different variables to the world of sports entertainment, wrestling, professional wrestling, sports entertainment. But Hook Hook has that lineage, and sometimes that gets passed down, and he's a really good in-ring performer. So
Right.
you were also talking about some of his moves. His finishing move where he puts the teeth in people's mouth, that's unique. I've never seen anything like that, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. And like I say, it's gonna be very exciting, man. And like I said, I'm all for it. I'm just, I'm pumped and I'm ready, and I can't wait to see the type of magic that Hook and Danhausen brings forward to the world of professional wrestling. And with that said, our very special guest seems to be awaiting. So we're going to go ahead and bring him in right here and right now. That's right. Hold on 1 second. We're about to get him plugged in, baby. And I cannot wait to introduce this man to everybody here at the Wrestlechat.
Wednesday night Wrestlechat. Oh.
There he is. There he is. For all the world to see. From Championship Wrestling from Memphis. He is a very good friend and a very good brother of mine. He is the one and the only Brother Martin of the Etiquette faction. But he is also the man, the myth, is formerly known as Precious. What's good, Brother Martin?
Man, I can't call it. How you doing? What's going on, Stan?
Oh man, we just in here, man, trying to parlay and do what we do as far as this wrestling news and just interacting with the wrestling community, trying to get things geared up for the upcoming Southwest Pro Wrestling show in June. Other than that, man, it's all about you right now, brother.
Man, thank you for having me. I'm great, man. Thank you for having me on the show, man. It's been a wild day today, man. I had my shoe job, had to work, then I was in the gym, and had to go to wrestling training, and had to leave training a little early, and then I had to shoot home and get ready for the podcast.
Right on, man. Well, again, brother, before we go any further, I just want to say thank you for being able to show up, man, and give us some of your time, because I know how it is. We pretty much got the same type of schedules and activities going. So, again, man, I just want to let you know I appreciate that. And I got to be sure to let everybody know how the relationship between myself and Brother Martin got kicked off, man. We crossed paths on a show, which was probably about, I'm gonna say about 3 years ago now, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right? Am I hitting it? Am I about right on it, Brother Martin?
Yeah, you just about right. We met in Nashville, Arkansas. It was about 3 years ago.
Okay, so here was the scenario. Me and Brother Martin just so happened was in a battle royal. Okay, Brother Martin, myself, and another gentleman. I don't know if just to put it out there, a gentleman by the name of Mike Anthony. We were the final 3 contestants. So, with that said, it came down to myself and Precious forming an alliance right then and there to try to eliminate the man now known at Professional Wrestling from Memphis, Mr. Mike Anthony, the Genetic Nightmare is what he's known as now. But at the time, hey man, he was still just a high flyer, well put together physique and everything. He was a fan favorite, and also myself and Brother Martin, we had to think fast on how to try to advance in the battle royal. So we quickly formed a tag team, and needless to say, the tag team is still here, and the rest of it I really don't want to talk about, because I noticed Mike is still somehow being able to achieve and obtain these tournament and battle royal cups, as he is right now the current Cobra Cup holder. So I don't know what type of magic he is possessing to where he could keep on coming out on top, but I'm going to pick Mike Anthony's brain at some point, and I'm going to get a hold of some of that magic.
Yeah, well, yeah, man. He's like you said, man. I met Mike years ago when he first broke into business. He was trained by Rodney and Jazz at the time. They had just finished up their contracts in WWE, and they moved to Jonesboro, Arkansas. And I got a phone call to come over and work with them. So that's how I met Mike Anthony and Rodney and Jazz. And man, Mike's been on the roll, man. He's been on the roll. I mean, y'all keep watching. I can't disclose any information on that, but y'all keep watching. Keep watching. The genetic nightmare. He is what he says, and that's the genetic nightmare.
Yeah, man. He like yourself, man, has put in all the time and all the energy, all the sacrifice and everything that's necessary in order to achieve whatever his heart desires in this business, man. And you know, nothing but respect for him. I actually met Mike before I met you because we were on a show together prior. I guess, man, that might have been, oh God, that was probably about 2 years before me and you met, Brother Martin. But I never did forget him. You know, you never forget a person of his way of doing things, man. So again, all the best to Mike Anthony and yourself, man. And now going on into more about your character and everything, your persona that you previously went under, which was Precious, which that was actually who my tag partner was. And come to find out, Lance Archer, which I'm sure everybody knows who he is the man that's solely responsible for the destruction of Precious.
Oh.
So is there any type of light you want to shed on that, Brother Martin, while we're on that?
Well, you know, he stuck his nose where it wasn't supposed to be. Basically, I was working, Precious was in a match with Jay Smooth. And Lance, well, of course, we know he's one of the hottest guys in the world right now with AEW. And he just wanted to stick his nose in Precious business, saying everybody dies. Well, actually, Precious died that day, but I got my eye set on Lance. I got my eye set on him. Hopefully, he comes back to Memphis Championship Wrestling, and I'm gonna pick him. Go ahead. I got a little bone to pick with you.
Yeah, hey man, I just I had to go ahead and put that out there, man. The fans still to this day are chanting Precious, Precious, Precious. You know what I'm saying? So just so Lance Archer knows, he did a very cruel thing that day. You know what I'm saying? But now that we have Brother Martin along with the etiquette, that's what's currently going on right here, right now in the world of championship wrestling from Memphis. Okay, of your fellow members, which is Jay Smooth and Crossman. All right, big up and big shout out to them. Okay, y'all are getting down with the get down right now. And for everybody out there, let me highlight this real quick. I just got to make sure that I put this out there. This man right here, Brother Martin, is what you call a worker. He is a definition of a worker. He is the definition of a worker in professional wrestling. And I just had to make sure I highlighted that. But yeah, man, the etiquette, man, I like what y'all are doing. Y'all are really on to something. Y'all recently had a match with some little youngsters by the name of the Young Goats. And I witnessed it first and foremost. Now, this wasn't the show with Booker T. I think Evil Uno was also featured on this show. just in case. Was that episode 61?
Yeah, that was episode 61. Yeah, that was Saturday that was Saturday of last week. Yes.
Everybody can pull that up, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. The etiquette was robbed. I don't know if I need to contact Mr. Dustin Starr, Maria Starr, however it's got to happen. The entire board of governors over at Championship Wrestling from Memphis has to realize one thing first and foremost. I do not approve of the way that the etiquette was disrespected, ramrodded, shortchanged, and railroaded by the hands of those youngsters, those wild and untamed youngsters known as the Young Goats. Yeah, I'm talking about Aaron Roberts and Rashad Lee. And there was some more of them. See, they jumped you. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It was more of them than it was the etiquette. And I saw it. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I didn't have my glasses on, and nobody bring nothing up about me not having my glasses on when I was watching, because I can see just fine. Okay? But what I'm saying is the etiquette was robbed, and I don't like it. I don't appreciate it one bit. And I'm going to call over to Dustin Starr, and I'm going to let him know myself that they need to run that back.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Before you guys go on, I just want to say it's a pleasure to meet Martin. I just haven't been able to get in. I appreciate meeting you. And I want everybody out there to understand this is some real wrestling talk. Y'all getting some backstage type shit. And to hear these guys go back and forth talking about the experiences and what's going on, you don't get that too many places, man. You got Bigg Stan, who's a fighting champion, and like Bigg Stan says, Martin is a worker. You got 2 guys here who put in a lot of fucking work, and you don't get that in a lot of fucking platforms and shows. But these guys, they're the definition of working their ass off in this business, and it's a pleasure to be able to know both y'all.
Thank you, Pat. Man, it's been an honor. I've been in the business 20 something years. I just say 20 plus. I just say 20 plus. And what I've learned and what I've obtained in the business, and me being on TV, I'm still humble. I still do indies. I still do a couple of indies, but it's more so quality over quantity. And man, it's been a fun ride. I've worked. I've done extra work for WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor. I was one of the top. Well, I wouldn't say top guys, but one of the guys that was on OVW for 2 years. So I worked on OVW. So man, it's been a dream. It's been a ride. But to touch on what you said, Stan, and in order to be a worker, man, this is what I always say. It's if I can take a guy that's at the level that's at this level, and my level is here, and I can take that guy from here and elevate him to my level, that's what you call a worker. That's when you're known as a worker, because you can take anybody, don't matter who it is, you can take anybody and work with them and make them look good.
Well, Martin and Bigg Stan,
yes.
Isn't that the definition of a person who knows the business all around? You're not worried about just making yourself look good in the ring, but you're bringing people with you. The other guy's got to look just as fucking good as you do. Otherwise, the shit just isn't right all around. It doesn't, you get what I'm trying to say at that?
That's the magic of professional wrestling. That's when you know wrestling, as opposed to, as you will hear the term a lot of times from us here in Arkansas, wrestling over the backyard, trash bag type wrestling, whatever you want to call it. I don't like.
I have heard you say trash bag wrestling several times, and for y'all don't know, we all in the South, all 3 of us right here, we represent the fucking South. So
yeah, us that here in Memphis, we call it outlaw shows. They're outlaws. Like I mean, no matter where you go in the world, it doesn't fucking matter. Memphis, Nashville, Little Rock, Alabama, Atlanta, you're gonna always have outlaw shows. You're gonna have outlaw shows, but not to knock outlaw shows because that's where the next talent, the next group of people is coming from. But the thing about it is they have to get with the right people. They have to get in front of the right people in order to be seen to go to the next level. Everything happens in 3 stages. First, you start out, then you learn, then you move to the next level. Then the third level, you will go to TV. And well, actually, it's 4 levels because once you get to TV, then you get polished and primed for the big times or the big time TV. And if once you get seen on TV, I mean, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. If they like you, if they don't like you, brother, you're gonna be stuck. You're gonna be stuck.
Yeah, and believe it or not, I've had some experience with doing TV. Just to be, be able to put it out there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just in my time, of being in the business, going on 7 years, I've experienced that, but it's nothing for me to brag on. I guess my thing is I'm still just glad to be healthy and able to go out there and perform and do what I'm doing and meeting people like Brother Martin along the way, wherever my travels might take me, but it's just like he said, man, you got to remain humble. You know what I'm saying? And you never want to make it to where your head is so big to where can't nobody teach you nothing or tell you nothing. Yeah. You always got to be willing to learn. Just keep your mouth shut and your ears open. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's one of the key elements of anybody being successful in the wrestling business.
Martin, can you tell the people where they might find you to where they could check you out?
Of course. You can go on. We're streaming. We stream live. We streamed live last Saturday, but you can go on YouTube and type in Memphis Championship Wrestling, and all the episodes will come up. But you can find me as well on Facebook. My real name, my shoot name is Martin Boyd. You'll find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. My Twitter handle is martin.boyd at precious.com. And I have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, but yeah, you can find us. You can find us on YouTube. We're on YouTube, streaming on YouTube. But yeah, that's basically how you can find us. If you're not in, like, we just expanded our channel, TV station just expanded it. We just got I don't want to say the wrong name, but we come on in Jackson, Tennessee now. I don't want to give out the wrong information on that station, on that channel. And we're getting ready to start in Arkansas as well. But we expand almost to Knoxville right now.
Right on. Yeah. No. Shout out to my man Dr. X while I'm thinking about it. My manager, my soul brother, you know what I'm saying? He's actually residing out there in Memphis, Tennessee. So, I gotta make sure I include him before we get out of here, because this is the first ever episode of the Wrestlechat on YouTube. But yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I have Brother Martin's information where he can be reached and everything attached to this video in the description, so that everybody can make sure that they stay caught up with him, because again, he is a remarkable individual. He's a remarkable man and a remarkable talent, and again, he was a blessing for me to be able to again cross paths with him at the time when I did. He's been nothing but a friend ever since then. Ever since day one, man, everything has always been the same. We keep in contact with each other quite a bit. And again, I'm just glad to see things going the way that they're going for Brother Martin, because he is very deserving of anything good that he gets out of the work that he's put in throughout the world of professional wrestling. And also a big shout out to Justin Starr and his wife Maria Starr for everything that they're doing over at Championship Wrestling from Memphis. That is a very, very good production. I like everything that's going on there. You just got the right amount of everything that's happening with that show. And I just want to make sure that I highlight that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm enjoying it, and I'm going to continue to enjoy it.
Thank you. Man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be a part of something special, because we have revived Memphis wrestling, and man, we're on to something hot and special right now. We really truly are. And I tell the guys and the girls this all the time. We want it to work. We want it to work, and it's working. It's working. All the egos are checked at the door. Nobody's better than this guy just because you're holding this belt, and we all want it to work, and it's working, and we're doing a hell of a job. So I gotta give a shout out to all the guys and the girls behind the scenes. I mean, as far as like, we got trainees, we have a training school. Shout out to those guys and girls. Shout out to everybody that makes the wheels turn. Everyone.
Right.
Right
I don't
on.
know how long. I don't know how long Martin has to go, man. I could talk to y'all forever, man. I'm gonna tell you, when he mentioned Dr. X, now there's Martin. You're on here, dude. I'm living the dream, being able to talk to y'all, man. This is just, it's the shit, man. You guys are legends out there, man. I did have a question. I don't know if it's legit or not. Like SPW and the outfit you work for, Martin. Do y'all have any communication together? I don't know if that's a
I mean, this is pretty much it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know what I'm saying, you'll have acquaintances between different companies or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Martin seems like they have an operation over there that really works well. Like he said, everybody checks the ego at the door. And that just proves that you can get in the ring and you can do your shoots and you can do all that and you can still get along. You don't need the rift. And it sounds like that's between SPW and Memphis over there at Martin. Y'all are working top notch from top to bottom.
Right. I don't know. SPW. Where I don't.
Southwest Pro Wrestling. That's the promotion that I wrestle for.
Okay.
I shortened it up. I shortened it up. That was my bad.
No. So now, what is your question again? Are we working with them?
Do you ever have any communication with each other back and forth? Because in the indie territories, I didn't know, if y'all have any communication or if you kind of keep that separate. Now, there's a lot of people out there like myself who kind of have questions about how y'all work. Do you keep it separate? Do you kind of go to battle against each other? More what I want to say, competition with each other? Do y'all work, kind of know each other within the indies back and forth?
Well, I wouldn't say. Well, but that's the whole problem with the industry is you don't want to go back and forth, or you don't want to compete with this company over here, this company over here. You want to stay, not so much stay where you are. The thing about it is, what you want to do is you want to establish what you got going on. That's the whole key. We don't want to worry about what Joe Blow is doing up the road and what Sam Mitchell is doing down the road. We don't worry about that. What we do is, if you're good enough and your talent level is good enough, we're going to reach out to you, and we'll call you, and we'll bring you in. We'll bring you in, look at you. If we like you, I'm pretty sure we'll keep you around. If not, then hey, good luck to you. So we're open. We have an open door policy. We're bringing people in now. we're looking at some new talent now. I mean, you know, just the thing about it is you just got to send the emails, send your promo pictures, send videos, and trust me, someone will take a look at them. We're not just telling you just to send it to us just to blow smoke up your ass. We're looking and we're watching. We see the talent that's trying to come in. We see them.
So Bigg Stan and Martin, that's the big difference between y'all's companies, because there's competition between the big corporations, like we were talking about earlier, AEW and WWE. You guys don't really feed into that as per what you're saying right now. You just worry about your own business and doing the best you can right there, which is, to me, that's the big difference. Go ahead, Bigg Stan. Sorry.
Put it this way. There is that type of friction that goes on between indie companies or whatever, but you know, you'll be able to weed out the good from the bad. You'll pretty much know who is who and what's what. You know what I'm saying? Apparently there's always an opening for working relationships between companies. I have enough authority to be able to say that on behalf of Southwest Pro Wrestling. We will be willing to work with whoever we could work with as far as talent exchange or some sort of interaction. You know what I'm saying? But again, you know, that comes to a situation where, you know, the executives pretty much get together and they'll speak on trying to put together a situation such as that. You know, or you just might see Brother Martin showing up at SPW at some point. You know, you just never know. I'll just put it that way. You know what I'm
Bigg
saying?
Stan, I had to basically ask that question because there's a chemistry between you two. You can tell you guys are good with each other, and you've been down the road together, and you've had some interactions, you know, and you're friends. So that's why I had to bring that up, because you're in two different territories. It's just so everybody can know.
Well, like, put it this way. If it's got anything to do with this man and myself, don't be surprised what you might see on down the road. You know what I mean? But
That's absolutely correct, because like we have, which we do, we work with another company out of Boonesville, Mississippi, where we're cycling talent. We're cycling. But you know what I mean, we're open. Like we're bringing in people from AEW. We're bringing them in from Ring of Honor. We're bringing them in from TNA. We're bringing people in from the Indies. I mean, if you fit what we're looking for, we're gonna use you. It's just that simple. We have organizations. Well, let me put it this way. I'm gonna use the old school word. We got fly-by-nighter companies that's here in Memphis as well, and we're not gonna touch them. We're not gonna touch them. It's just that simple. No, we're not touching anything that you got your name on, because those people, you want to keep the friction. You want to keep the bad out, and we got a good group right now. And we're not gonna let anybody break us. No one. So yeah, so that's to answer your question. So will we use some people from APW? I'm pretty sure we will. Once they, you know, me and Stan, I mean, all he has to do is say, hey Martin, take a look at this guy, take a look at this woman. Let me know what they need to work on. Can you put them in front of who they need to be in front of? And I'll do that because he's my friend. And that's how most people don't know, but that's how the business worked back then. It was okay. It was word of mouth. We didn't have YouTube. We didn't have Twitter. We didn't have Google. It was word of mouth in the territories. Stan knew me. Stan said, hey, Martin, you want to come up and work in Texas? Yeah. And then I say, hey, Stan, you want to come down to Memphis and work? Yeah. Okay. Let's get on the phone. Hey, Dustin, I got Stan. He wants to come in and work. Okay. Bring him on in. And it doesn't work that way anymore. But it should, but it doesn't. Different times, different things.
Yeah. You got anything else for him, Pat?
Oh, hey.
You know, you can come up with some good questions before we get ready to wrap it up.
Come on, man. I mean, just spit them out. What you got? What you got?
If you got time, I can bring fucking questions like there's nobody's business. But
Come on, bro. I ain't got number time. I got till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Shit, I don't have that long, bro. But damn. Hey, I have a question. Do you remember your very first match?
Yes.
That's something I would like to hear about.
Okay. Funny story. Like, okay, so I broke into business in 99, October of 99. And me and my brother, this is my blood brother, my real brother. And my name was my first name, my very first wrestling name was Black Diamond. And my brother's name was Six. Sixx. His name was Six. And our tag team was called True, True, True. And so we go, my brother said, what we gonna wear? What we gonna wear? So I said, I have no clue. He said, okay, well, we're gonna go get some jogging pants with some breakaways, and we're gonna buy some Jordans. We're gonna get us a shirt, and we're gonna cut the sleeves out of them and tassel them up. So we tassel them up, and God rest his soul, Max Payne. He was one of the guys I worked with, Edric Hines. We was in a tag match. And so when I'm in the dressing room getting dressed, and I asked my brother, I said, hey, Joe, you think I need to put my tights on under here? He said, oh, no, man, you got breakaways on. Maybe you should go naked. And I thought about it. I said, what about my boxers? No, you should go naked. So I contemplated. Well, luckily, I put my tights on underneath, because then Edric Hines goes to give me a body slam, and he slams me, and guess what happens?
The pants, bro.
The breakaways break away. They break away. And I'm in the ring with yes. So I'm in the ring. So I got my shirt and I'm in there with my tights with my knee pads and tennis shoes on. So just imagine if I had nothing on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a sight to see. But that match took place October the 18th, 1999. National Guard Armory.
Awesome.
Well, that's pretty ironic, because my first match happened October 31st.
Are you serious?
Yeah, October 31st, Halloween night, was the night that I officially I wrestled 3 matches. My first night, I did a battle royal, which was a Halloween costume battle royal. I went in there as Scream. Let's see, and then I wrestled a singles match, and then I turned around and I did a 6-man tag match later that night. October 31st, the National Guard Armory of D. Queen, Arkansas.
Man, that is ironic, man. That is funny. I never knew that.
Yeah, man. That's how I went.
Wow. Yeah, so that was my very first match.
Awesome. Man, did you say yours was 99 as well, Bigg Stan?
No, 2015. I'm a new booty.
Oh, no.
Fresh meat.
But 99, man. That was a time back then. 99. There was a lot of stuff going on. Things were popping. Man, 99. Fuck.
Man, everything. Everything.
People a lot of times they just say that I've done well for the amount of time that I've been doing it, and so I just kind of take pride in that and just try to continue to build on it. But no, man, I'm nowhere as experienced as a lot of the guys that I've met and actually been in the ring with.
Yeah, so 99, right? 99 was a hot time. I mean, 99, everything was hot. You had ECW that was hot. You had WCW was hot, because you had your Monday Night Wars then in 99. Yeah, you had the Monday Night Wars, and then you had Memphis. Memphis was hot because you had USWA. So you had at that time you had WWE developmental territory here in Memphis. So you had The Rock, Rikishi, Kurt Angle, Henry. You had Spanky, which is which is you had Spanky. Then you had the American Dragon, which is
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. Yes. Yes, all those guys come through Memphis, all of them. So then you had OVW. That's where John Cena, Batista, Randy Orton. So it was at that time everything was hot.
Dude, yeah. Well, during the '99, man, I was in the St. Petersburg Clearwater area, and you guys know about that area. That is heavy. So that's kind of my background, Martin. When I was a kid, I got kind of sheltered away from that shit. But when the late '90s hit, and I was with my lady, her sister was into wrestling really hardcore, and it's like '98, and she introduced it to me, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like that was it from there. You know, it goes through lulls now with some people, but that's why I'm here and talking on with Bigg Stan and you guys, because there's a lot of good fucking individuals still putting in the work, still going at it, and there's some good shit to still be seen.
It is. It's just when you said that you still got guys that's grinding, man, it kind of pisses me off. And I'm just, I'm a straight shooter. I don't throw a rock and hide my hand.
That's what we do here.
Yeah, you got guys that's been fucking grinding for years. And down south, no one comes down south and look at any talent. It's just that simple. From Arkansas, Memphis, Atlanta, Alabama, that's where the train stops.
The South.
If you're not up north and out west, they don't give a fuck about you.
So, Martin, sir. So the thing that makes you angry is the fact that there's still all these people putting in their work and they're not getting recognized. Am I understanding that correctly?
That's absolutely correct.
Okay, sir.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Is we're putting in the work. We've paid our dues. We've done it, but yet, you give us a glimmer of an opportunity. And when I say a glimmer, and don't misunderstand me, please don't. You use an opportunity, whatever that someone gives you, and you use it to your best ability and use it as a springboard and it'll catapult you. Like me and Blake Christian. He is one of the hottest indie guys right now. Me and him had a tryout with WWE at the same time. He took off because he was in the right place at the right time, and he worked the right guy at the right time. He worked Ace Austin, and they had a 5-star match, and he took off. But I've worked from Brian Christopher to Rikishi. I helped polish. This is the honest God truth. I helped polish Kiara Hogan, which I think she's been working for she was a mainstay in TNA. She's doing work with AEW. She's doing work with NWA. What is her name? Aja Peru, the referee in WWE, the black referee, young lady. I worked with her. So I've worked with Jazz. I've worked with ODB. I've worked with Tracy Brooks. I've worked with Mickie James. Mickie James actually put me over for the women's Wildfire title here in Memphis, which that was an honor. So you take someone like me that's been grinding, and I don't have a job. And I'm saying, why do I not have a job when I worked all these talents, some of the best people in the world, and they have nothing but good things to say about me? But I'm still grinding though. I'm still grinding. So that's the part that burns me up, is saying why I don't have a job.
So it would be nice to see that narrative fucking go away. You know, that shit ain't good no more. That shit ain't, because there's a lot of good fucking pockets and a lot of good fucking wrestling. It's just not being pulled out the way it used to be and it needs to be. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, the thing
I,
about it
yeah,
is,
I didn't mean to get you heated or nothing, but I can see that it's something that you're passionate about, sir.
no, you're right. No, I'm not heated about it. No, I'm not heated about it. It's just you got, like I said, the thing about it is you got guys that walk in off the street and they get a job like that. They get a job just like that. And you saying, what am I not doing right? But I've been grinding. You've been seeing me. But this guy walked in off the street and he got a 4-5 year contract. So
Yeah.
like, what am I missing something? Tell me what I'm missing, because once he go up there and they use him and they teach him everything they want to teach him and then they fire him, then he comes back to the Indies and he does not have a clue. That's my thing, is you go up there and you make all this money, then you come down you fall from grace and you come back down to the Indies. You don't know how I feel to drive 4 hours for $30. You don't know the grind of of getting paid 30. You put $50 in the gas tank and you got paid 25, and you got to drive back home and you got to stop and get gas and you got to eat. And when you get home, guess what? You got like 75 cents in your pocket.
Yeah. Before you go, Big Stan, that is love for whatever. Okay, forget about wrestling. Like, if you have that kind of love for something, like what he's talking about, I mean, that's passion. I mean, how can you? That's passion and heart, man. That's a lot of respect right there. You gotta love what you do to do things like that. Go ahead, Big Sam. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I can back him up 100% on that experience, man. I mean, I've done that. I've done it for a hot dog and a handshake and nights where you were supposed to get paid and you didn't. The $25 night, the $50 nights, what have you, But stuff like that Brother Martin just mentioned is the reason why I put more energy and emphasis and time towards Southwest Pro Wrestling. Because it's like, why not just go ahead and build something that the people that can't go to the major shows all the time, or they can't do this or they can't do that. Well, we're right here in your backyard, right here down the street from you. Let's have it to where we create our own market. We have our own situation. We're in our own universe to where, hey, anybody that's down to get on board with what we're doing, we're going to do what we do. Me personally, I don't care how many people tell me how good of a promo I can cut and how good of this and how good of that, and I should be in WWE or blase. None of that really never registers to me, because I'm thinking about it from a reality standpoint that, hey man, I'm worried about just trying to create a platform for things that is actually in reach. Because professional wrestling doesn't just belong to the majors. If it wasn't for, like what Brother Martin is mentioning, all these territories and everything that's being mentioned, if it wasn't for that, then where would WWE have found all their greatest talents from? You know what I'm saying? I've always been told stories about how the Junkyard Dog and the Von Erichs and DiBiase, Hacksaw Duggan, Andre the Giant. The names goes on and on and on. Iron Sheik, you name it. all of those names have been right through this very soil that I'm on right now. You know.
And the thing about that, right? And the thing about that was all those guys that you named was top guys in their territory. And what Vince did was he raided the territories. He came and got every top guy. So that's how Vince was able to sell out all these coliseums, because he went and plucked all the top talent in every city, every major city, every state, and he put them together. So when they came to their territory, guess what? Junkyard Dog was the top guy in the Mid-South. So when they came down to the South, guess what? People wanted to see Junkyard Dog. When they went up north, people wanted to see Hulk Hogan. When they went out west, people wanted to see Ric Flair. A mesh of talent in every different state in the country. So that's what Vince did. That's what he did. That's how he was able to go as far as he's been. But to touch on it as well, like you said, your next superstars are found on the indies. We are here. We've been here 10, 15 years. We're just waiting for that opportunity. That's it. That some guys will never ever get that opportunity. Sad to say. They won't get it. Like, they'll look over the guy that just had the best match on the card and say, who's that big guy standing in the corner that's 6'5" or 6'2", built like a brick wall? Let me get him. I don't want that guy that just had the best match on the card. I want that guy right there.
Let me step away for a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna close out once you make it back, Pack. But yeah, brother Martin, that's pretty much where my mind is geared towards, man. I'm just gonna push even further towards creating a bigger market for, our territories, you know what I'm saying, like for what we do on our level, because I just feel like there is a market for it. You know what I'm saying? So whatever has to be done to help to present a lot of the talent that hasn't been put on the WWE platform or the AEW platform or Impact or whatever, that's where, I'm trying to come in at and have an opportunity to showcase guys like yourself and others, that I feel like needs to be known about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just
go ahead. With the platform,
I don't think nobody else thinks that way.
Well, no, they don't. But then you have visionaries that's out here that just don't have the right tools to make it happen. And that's why I say I give all the credit to Dustin and Maria, because they was visionaries. And wrestling got to the point where it wasn't fun anymore. But it's fun now. It's fun for me again. And man, I am having a ball. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, man, I appreciate your chance and the opportunity to come on and talk to you about it. It's just, man, I'm on a ride, man, that only people dream about, man. And the ride has been fun. I haven't been where I want to be in the business, but I've been pretty damn close. I've been pretty damn close.
And that's what counts. I mean, you have to. It's just like anything. It's life. It's what you make of it. You know what I'm saying? And I've gone through that phase of, man, this shit ain't fun no more. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to deal with this or whatever. And that's why I say at this stage right now for me, I'm going to make sure everything is fun. As much as since I can put on that, as much as hands-on that I can be, as far as making things fun, making things presentable, and making it a quality product for everybody to be able to enjoy over at Southwest Pro Wrestling, along with Al Henderson and everybody that's there that's doing everything that we can to make it happen that way. My man Pat, quite naturally, doing everything that he can to help to put the word out for us, and whatever, everything he can do behind the scenes, man. And like I said, we're just gonna try to take this thing that we're doing, man, and go as far as we can with it. We're just not gonna wait on the next big bus ride to come through. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna create and customize our own bus. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because I have a question for PAK. Like what, man? I know you say you're an aunt. Am I correct when you said it was your aunt that got you started in wrestling, or?
No, it's my lady. My lady had when we moved to Florida, she had a sister that lived down there, and her sister always watched wrestling. So we stayed with her for a little bit, and it was just from then on out, just fucking hooked. I think that was late '98. Because me myself, I naturally gravitate toward people who have fucking personality. Like the driest shit. And Bigg Stan was right. We don't sugarcoat nothing around here.
Okay.
Nothing. Like on my channel, like through live stream, if I offend you, then then don't come around no more. But people don't like to hear real shit. But that's where it all started for me. And I'm trying to remember the first match that her sister was so dear to her, she passed away, one of her favorite people, but it was just enamoring to me. That was the first time I saw Stone Cold. I saw a lot of that era. WCW as well. Just there's nothing you could say to describe it. And being friends with Bigg Stan, and Dr. X was on a show we did. You're on this show. It shows me that this shit is still hardcore out there. There's personality. There's good people. There's still people who can draw. And they getting fucking put down sometimes. And it's not, you know what I mean? That sucks. It shouldn't be that way, because there's a lot of good people like y'all out there putting in that work. Oh, I hope I answered that question.
You did. But I've been around, like I said, I've been around the business 20 plus years, and that's just the nature of the beast. Man, you have to. You got to get a coattail. You got to get the right coattail. It's just simple, and you got to ride it. You got to ride that right coattail once you get it, and you will go places. But it's just like I said about Dustin and Maria, man. We are on to something special. That's what I was telling Stan. We're on to something special, very special. It's different. At a point of maybe about 3-4 years ago, I was down on myself. I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't loving the business. But then when I got that call and said, okay, we're going to TV, this is maybe like my 4th run on TV. But this is the longest run, because I didn't understand TV. I didn't want to listen to the suits and ties. But now you listen, you're more humble, and you listen to the suits and ties. And man, in order to play the game, you got to understand the game. And if you don't understand it, you can't play it the right way. It's just that simple. I tell the young guys now, if you don't understand the business, you have to understand the business, know the business in order to do business. So that was my downfall. But now I'm doing business, and I'm doing it the right way.
That's what's up. I mean, he can't get no better said than that.
Do you want to address any of the chat before we get out of here and Martin goes off, because there's a lot of good people in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. Before we sign off, Brother Martin, is there any time that you need to get out of here? Unless you want to hang with us until we shut it down.
I can hang with you a little while longer, maybe about another 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's about as long as we'll be on. But I just want to make sure that I put the details out there for the upcoming Southwest Pro Wrestling event for June 3rd in Texarkana, Texas. It's going to be held at the Red Bone Magic Brewing Company. Once again, I just want to go down the list of names that will be featured on the card for all of those that have been asking. Starting out, we're going to have none other than the second generation fabulous Freebird, Terry Gordy's daughter, Miranda Gordy, will be on hand.
Okay.
Morgan Mercy, the Southwest Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the Cowboy, Jeremy Young, will be in the building. Niles Plunk will be in full effect that night. The Dark Man, Rage, along with Dark Angel, Joey Renegade, Conor Vega, and yours truly, the first ever Texarkana Wrestling Champion, the Super Destroyer, and the Professional Wrestling Machine. First ever Texarkana Champion, the man that owns the drip, the man with the gold, the man that does it like no one else, Bigg Stan Harris, will be there live, direct, and in full effect. So whatever you do, make sure that you get your tickets, because there will be an event that you will not want to miss. All right. That's all I got to say about that. And now, if you would, Mr. Pack Dog, hit us up with everybody that's talking to us in the chat, baby.
All right. So tonight, I'll try to make sure I get everybody. We got McDJ ACDC, Dare 2727, Zelda Diecast Racing, M3 Reviews. What up, Marcos?
Yeah.
That's right. Let's see who else we got here. Hey, Al Henderson's up in this bitch tonight.
That's what I'm talking about. The SPW promoter.
Matt 1989 Cars. Roundhead K2000. Been a while since I've seen you, bro. What's up?
Right on.
Big Al did ask a question. Tell Martin I need one of the Memphis t-shirts.
Yeah.
He's more than welcome to get one. What size does he need?
There you go, Big Al. Al, what is the nickname? Damn, I'm trying to Al Henderson.
Al Hustle, baby. Al Hustle.
Al Hustle. Al Hustle, bro. I think I'll do that for the chat. I think somebody asked a question because I think Martin's got about 5 more minutes. Let me see. There was a question. Okay. M3 Reviews asks, where do I begin to watch? Like, where are we today in the sport? I think we kind of touched a lot of bit, like with Martin and Bigg Stan going back and forth. What's really going on with the sport right now? So I think maybe we did touch on that. If you guys have anything else to add to that, please do.
Repeat the question.
M3 Reviews asks, where are we in the sport? Where do I begin to watch?
Now, where are we at? Where are we at in the business?
Oh, he says TV ? YouTube ? Sorry, that's a little more light on that subject.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it all depends on what style he wants to watch. You got different styles. You got WWE, you got AEW, you got Ring of Honor, which is coming back. You got TNA. You can go to YouTube. You can catch us on YouTube. You can go to YouTube, and we're all over the world. You can type in Memphis Championship Wrestling, and you can go back from day one, from episode 1 all the way to episode 61, because 62 airs this Saturday. So you wanna. It all depends on what kind of style that you really like. That's where you would start.
Dare 2727.
I always suggest YouTube, even Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You'll find clips on Instagram of a lot of your favorite wrestling promotions. You know, they're putting it all over, man, all over social media, the way you can't miss it. You just got to know what to type in.
Dare 2727 says he grew up in the territories. So he said he was a little more, his preference is a little more territories in WWE. I summarized what he said. That's why Memphis was so great. Jerry Jarrett knows how to move. I'm paraphrasing that. I think that was a typo on my part. And Matt 1989 Carr says, I've grown up in Nashville and remember going to some very small venues.
Yeah, Matt 1989 Cars in Hendersonville, Tennessee, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, because you had at that time, like when you had territories, they wouldn't deal with outlaw shows. If you wasn't coming through their schools of training, they weren't looking at you. They were not looking at you with these outlaw shows. So you had Memphis that was basically running all of Nashville, just about all of Nashville. And then you had NWA taking that loop and going back up around Knoxville. Because you had Memphis doing the loop. You had Memphis, you had Louisville Garden, and you had Blytheville, Arkansas. And I think it was one more that Memphis was running that loop. And then after that, then you had NWA going up from Knoxville up and down from Atlanta. Then you had AWA up from Minnesota. And then you had Vince out west around California. So then you had the smaller territories. What did you have? Like Mid-South and Mid-South was pretty big at the time. That's where a lot of guys came from Mid-South. And then you had UWF, because that's where Ted DiBiase came from. Ted DiBiase, One Man Gang, Dr. Death, Steve Williams. See, I mean, I'm a student of the game, man. I can go all the way back to maybe I was like 5 or 3.
That's me. That's me. I've been watching wrestling for that long. Ever since I knew what it was, I've been watching wrestling for that long.
That's going to do it for everything in the chat that I saw. I do apologize if I missed something because it doesn't go all the way back to the top because we've been on for an hour and a half. I want to say something. Don't be sleeping on Wrestling Chat Wednesday, and don't trip on it either. You could think about it, but don't do it. Like, this has been the greatest fucking time of my life talking to people every day, talking to Bigg Stan, and him introducing me to Martin, introducing me to people like Dr. X, man. I'm living the dream, guys. I appreciate it. And y'all, don't miss these Wrestling Chat Wednesdays because they're going to be fucking fire every single episode.
And Brother Martin, anytime you feel like you want to come back on, you already know to hit me up, brother. We'll be more than happy to have you.
All right, man. Nice to meet you, Pac, man. And like I said, man, I will be more than happy to come back on. And if you want to interview some other guys, I mean, I'll see what I can do for you. But yeah, man, it's been an honor. It's been an honor. With my schedule is so hectic. Like I said, you see how my schedule was hectic. But then so I gotta go in here. I got a wife, so I gotta go and do honeydew things with her. So you know how.
I know how it goes, man. But yeah, man, I got the same thing going on. Pac, he got the same thing. So it's just again, man, we really appreciate you for taking the time out to come and hang with us tonight, despite everything that you got going on, man. And all the best to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nothing but love and respect for you, man. And again, whenever we can have you back on here, hey, man, I'm all for it. And I'll be in touch with you, to try to see about getting some of the other stars from Championship Wrestling from Memphis on, man. Because like I said, I'm loving what you guys are doing over there.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do is I see if I can get you the head. I can get you the head man. How about that?
Right on. I'd love to start with him. And first and foremost, I have a request. As I told you before earlier during the show, I want to request that things get justified between the young goats and the etiquette. I want the end result to be erased from the history book. Because
Well, I don't know about the end result, but I tell you what, it's gonna be plenty more opportunities down the road.
right on, man. But yeah, I would love to, definitely love to be able to speak with Mr. Starr. So yeah, man, just lay it on me. That's all I got to say. Just lay it on me.
All right, we'll be talking. I will see what I can do. We'll be talking soon.
Yeah, man. Everybody, man. Everybody in the chat, give it up to Martin. What a fucking guest he was tonight, man. To hear the knowledge, I just sit here and I absorb all this up, man. Give it up for Bigg Stan, first ever Texarkana champion for Southwest Pro Wrestling in this motherfucker.
And thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight. I'm sorry we couldn't address the chats, like we wanted to throughout the show, but we just wanted to make sure that everything ran pretty smooth, and wanted to accommodate Brother Martin's time because we weren't for sure about how long he'd be able to roll with us. So yeah, man, again, just thank you for everybody that came together to make this thing happen tonight. And we'll be back. Yeah. We'll be back before you know it.
All right, man. Thank y'all for having me, man. Y'all have a blessed night.
All right, you do the same, my brother. And for everybody else that's out there, y'all already know what it is, and y'all already know what to do. Catch you on the next Wrestlechat Wednesday. Me and my man, the Pack Daddy, live, direct, and in full effect. Give us about another month, and it's going down once again. All right, everybody. We out of here. Yeah.